Good evening and welcome to Ignite News on 6 at 6. It's Monday, September 15th, 2025. I'm Rihanna Nikram. Thanks for joining us. Here are the headlines. While delivering the charge to his new cabinet, President Ali warned that they will be judged on results. U.S. Ambassador Thoreau says Guyana's economy is attracting American investment across multiple sectors. 2 people were injured when a section of the wooden Mackenzie Wismar bridge collapsed. And daughter mourns as her mother becomes Guyana's latest domestic violence fatality. President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali has sent a strong message to his new cabinet: deliver results or face consequences. At Saturday's swearing-in ceremony at State House, the head of state laid out a bold agenda, saying the next 5 years must be defined by service, efficiency, and accountability.
Let me say that the next 5 years are the most decisive years in our history. And it must be years that are results-driven, people-centered, and efficient delivery of service.
Ali unveiled a cabinet that blends seasoned figures with first-time ministers, stressing appointments were made not for competition, but for complementarity. He said the focus is on decisive action and moving the government's agenda forward without delay. The team, he stressed, is built for speed, efficiency, and results, and the people of Guyana will be the ultimate judge of their performance.
The new cabinet today is put on notice that these are the measuring sticks. There will be continuous assessment, and there will be changes. Where such changes are necessary, because the foundation of this new government is about results, people, efficiency, transparency, and relentless hard work.
First-time ministers include Kiyomo Griffith, who takes charge of the newly renamed Ministry of Labor and Manpower Planning. Sarah Brown is the new Minister of American Affairs, and Zulfikar Ali will head the Public Service and Implementation portfolio. Former national cricketer Stephen Jacobs also joins the team as a junior minister in Culture, Youth and Sport. Several familiar faces are now in new roles. Priya Manik-Chan moves from education to local government, while Sonia Parag takes over education. Onij Waldron is now at Home Affairs, and Susan Rodriguez has shifted to Tourism, Industry and Commerce. Still, several senior ministers retain their portfolios, including Attorney General Anand Lal, Senior Minister in the Office of the President, with responsibility for Finance, Minister Dr. Ashley Singh, Foreign Affairs Minister Hugh Todd, Housing Minister Colin Crowell, and Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony. With continuous evaluations promised, the President made clear that governance will be judged by delivery, not promises. For the second time in its history, Guyana has a woman deciding policy for the security sector. When President Irfan Ali appointed the new cabinet on Saturday, he included several familiar faces in new roles. These include former Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce Onij Waldron as the new Minister of Home Affairs. Gil Teixeira is the first female to hold that portfolio. Also returning is former Education Minister Priya Manik-Chan, who is now the Minister of Local Government and Regional Development, while Gil Teixeira has returned as Minister of Parliamentary Affairs and Governance. Waldron, a lawyer by profession, described the Home Affairs portfolio as a weighty responsibility, but expressed excitement about serving in the new capacity.
I know it's a tough one, but it also is it's an immense opportunity to really contribute to the quality of life issues that citizens are really concerned about, their safety, their security, and how services are delivered to them in terms of like immigration and passport services. So I'm looking forward to it.
Minister Manik-Chan described her new ministry as one with a vast portfolio and a broad mandate. She said the key task is ensuring that citizens in every region experience the services ministries have to offer. She emphasized that while government agencies will be rolling out projects and initiatives with specific outcomes in mind, the reality on the ground in the regions could be quite different.
So the effort is now to translate, make sure REOs and regional chairmen and women are hearing the president's intention to serve the entire country and have everybody feel our service, and having heard that, listen to it and implement it.
Meanwhile, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister is eager to share her decades of knowledge and experience with her colleagues. Minister Teixeira said it is a great honor to be asked to serve once again.
I believe I bring a lot of experience, both with Parliament and governance issues, human rights issues, and I think will be important also in the transformation of our country.
Teixeira noted that while her ministry may be small, she looks forward to the task ahead and to working with her team once again. Meanwhile, the new cabinet members say they are eager to serve the nation as they take up their portfolios. Attorney Kiyomo Griffith now leads the renamed Ministry of Labor and Manpower Planning. Sarah Brown is the new Minister of Amerindian Affairs. Zulfikar Ali heads the new Public Service and Implementation Ministry. And former West Indies cricketer Stephen Jacobs was sworn in as Junior Minister in Culture, Youth and Sport. Ignite News caught up with the newly appointed ministers after Saturday's swearing-in ceremony.
We have a lot of work to do. I think within the next 5 years, we have to do about 25 years of work to get Guyana, to get government services to the way it should be. And President Ali has made that promise to the people of Guyana, and that's what we will roll out within the next 5 years.
Ignite News also spoke with newly appointed members of Parliament, Geeta Chandan Edmond and James Bond, who pledged to help deliver the vision of President Ali and the PPPC.
I know it's a lot of work ahead. We have to work across the hinterland in terms of bringing the services of the government across all sectors, but more so in the Ministry of Amerindian Affairs. We have a big task ahead, but I am prepared and committed, and I know I've been receiving a lot of support from my people, and so it's my hope to not disappoint. And I would be building bridges, working with everyone to ensure that we achieve our agenda.
First and foremost, I'll bring like an athlete's insight and perspective on things, but most importantly, the discipline to serve and the ability to drive sports to the next level in Guyana. I think it's just a continuity of what His Excellency and my senior minister is in Charles Johnson, the amazing work that they've been doing. So I'm just going to make sure that I partner with the Honorable Charles Johnson so that we can execute and take sports to the next level.
As new ministers and MPs settle into their roles, expectations are high that their energy and fresh perspectives will help drive the government's agenda and strengthen service delivery across key sectors. When we return, U.S. companies are looking to invest in Guyana. WIN names its members of parliament and tributes pour in for the late Ambassador Elizabeth Harper.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
Welcome back. U.S. Ambassador Nicole Theroux highlights growing American interest in Guyana's economy and the sector's drawing investment. Guyana's growing economy continues to attract international business, with more U.S. companies expected to set up operations here. This is according to U.S. Ambassador Nicole Theroux, who highlighted several sectors where American firms have shown interest. She noted while energy drives current growth, investors are particularly drawn to areas aligned with the government's vision for inclusive, diversified development.
We are seeing great interest from U.S. firms in aviation, logistics, manufacturing, mining, real uptick in interest in mining, and even franchising. So I think you're going to see more U.S. brand names, restaurants, and other U.S. companies here soon. Speaking ahead of the Suriname-Guyana Chamber of Commerce International Business Conference, IBC, slated for October 14th to 16th, Ambassador Theroux said infrastructure, agriculture, and agribusiness, ICT, healthcare, skills, training, climate resilience, and technology all hold major potential for U.S.-Guyana collaboration. And these collaborations reflect and support Guyana's efforts to strengthen multiple pillars of its economy, building long-term prosperity across a wide range of industries. U.S. companies bring not just very high standards and state-of-the-art innovation, but also they bring transparency, accountability, and long-term quality and value. The upcoming IBC, now in its third edition, provides Caribbean firms opportunities to connect with international organizations and expand their reach. The We Invest in Nationhood WIN Party has announced its team of members of parliament, and because it holds the largest number of opposition seats, party founder Azrin Mohammed is expected to become leader of the opposition. WIN secured 16 seats in the recent general and regional elections. The party will be represented by a team of both new and experienced members of parliament. Seasoned MPs include Don Hastings-Williams, Tabitha Sarabo Haley, and Natasha Singh Lewis, who previously served under the APNU coalition before joining WIN during the campaign season. Other MPs joining the team are Deso Primus,
Duarte Hertzberger, Lesson Gail Lowe, Vishnu Pandey, Beverly Cornelius, Gobind Harbajan, Dian La Cruz, Nandrani Singh, Dr. Gordon Barker, Janelle Sweetnam, Dr. Ryan Richards, and Dr. Andre Lewis. According to the party, this mix of experienced voices and emerging leaders will help advance WIN's vision and priorities in the National Assembly as the new parliament begins its work. Tributes are pouring in from Ambassador Elizabeth Harper, the long-serving diplomat and former permanent secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, who passed away on Saturday. President Dr. Irfan Ali described her as one of Ghana's most outstanding citizens, a diplomat whose career embodied dedication and excellence in advancing the nation's interests. Speaking at the swearing-in of his new cabinet on Saturday, President Ali reflected on Harper's work and her life in public service.
On behalf of a grateful nation, I extend my deepest condolences to her family, relatives, former colleagues, and friends. Her passing is a monumental loss for our country, but her legacy of service, dedication, and excellence will continue to inspire generations to come.
Ambassador Harper served for decades in the Foreign Service, rising through the ranks to become Permanent Secretary and later Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. She also represented Ghana as Ambassador to CARICOM and in 2015 was the BBC's prime ministerial candidate. Vice President Dr. Barry Jagdi recalled her wisdom and professionalism, knowing that she brought the same integrity to electoral politics as she did to diplomacy. CARICOM, meanwhile, hailed her as a consummate diplomat whose quiet strength and extensive knowledge will leave a lasting legacy. Ghana and the region mourn the passing of a stalwart, but celebrate the life of a woman whose service and character shaped both the nation's diplomacy and its public life. 2 people are now nursing injuries after a section of the wooden decking on the southern side of the Mackenzie Wismar Bridge collapsed at approximately 6:30 yesterday evening. The persons who were rescued by public spirited citizens were reportedly riding their e-bikes on a section set aside for pedestrians and cyclists when the incident occurred. In one case, a driver of a motorcycle could be seen dangling off the bridge during the rescue exercise. Linden Mayor Sharma Solomon, who visited the scene, described the situation as very dangerous and unfortunate. He said the bridge is being burdened, noting that the weight of traffic traversing is not being properly monitored. The bridge was recently declared toll-free following a government announcement benefiting bridges across the country. Solomon noted that the Linden Mayor and Town Council remains a managing stakeholder. He added while the decades-old bridge was previously repaired regularly, it is currently not maintained, and a section was rotting. He said the government has not yet engaged a council on the way forward following the toll-free announcement.
Without that engagement, a few things. The council doesn't know what will happen with $77 million that have now been taken away from the council coffers, 1. 2, the council that forms part of the bridge committee, where we have 2 representatives in Councillor Kisoon and Councillor Hamid, doesn't have an understanding now how the bridge is functioning.
A recent inspection revealed multiple issues with the bridge. Solomon said the council will meet with the Ministry of Public Works today to discuss maintenance.
The bridge is not maintained and not being repaired. And this is not the end of that. We are on this bridge right now. Only safety mechanism that we have, because we don't have a bridge committee to see what to review to do, is some caution tape. People are coming on this bridge, which is very dark, and transportation is still using this bridge at the moment in the same state. Rotted materials that just fell apart.
Meanwhile, a new 4-lane Mackenzie Wismar Bridge is under construction nearby. After yesterday's incident, the Guyana Police Force reported that traffic has resumed along the bridge. When we come back, a tragic murder in Crabwood Creek, a deadly motorcycle crash in Berbice, and the start of the CPL 2025 playoffs. Don't go away.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
You're watching Night News on 6 at 6. Thanks for staying with us. A family mourns the loss of a woman allegedly killed by her partner in Crabwood Creek. Alicia Narayan, 36, known as Tito, was allegedly murdered by her reputed husband, Ram Singh, on Sunday at their sawmill compound in Crabwood Creek. The couple had been in a common-law relationship for 15 years and shared 2 children, but were experiencing domestic problems before the courts. Investigators said Narayan was on a WhatsApp video call with her U.S.-based cousin when Singh appeared with a cutlass, declared his intent to kill her, and abruptly ended the call. Police launched a search and found Singh about 360 feet away in a trench, where he attempted to take his own life. He was hospitalized under police guard but died hours later while receiving treatment. The victim's daughter, Felicia Narayan, recalled the horrifying scene when she arrived at the location.
When I went there, I see my mother in a condition I don't want to see she in. She whole skin full of bare blood. The neighbor called me and tell me how Ram Singh gave my mother a brat to her backyard. And I asked if she get anybody for send there and for see or help or do anything. She said nobody don't want to go. And I told she should go and see. And when she go, she called me back. She tell me how the man chopped she. Then the same time I go, she get chopped with her foot, she knee, she hand.
When told of Singh's death, Felicia did not hide her feelings.
I'm glad that he passed away. Let he pay for what he do. My mother is the only body me ever get and love, and it really hurt me that she passed away.
The victim's mother, Rosina Ali, also spoke through tears about the years of abuse her daughter suffered.
Well, then tooth always get problem. He always was beat she and insult she and thing till she had thing too. Yes, he come out on lack of already, like about 3 weeks. Me here that me can't be able to see me daughter. I barely see she peace face man she. How am I gonna live without me? It's very hard being able.
The couple leaves to mourn 2 sons along with Narayan's daughter from a previous relationship. Both bodies are at Skeldon Public Hospital mortuary awaiting post-mortem examinations. Still in Berbice, a tragic road accident in the early hours of Sunday has claimed the lives of 2 young men on the east coast of Berbice. At approximately 1:40 hours on number 11 Public Road, 29-year-old Chris Ramphal of Friars Road, Quarantine, and his 18-year-old Pillan rider, Malcolm Parton, were killed when their motorcycle collided with a car driven by a 48-year-old man from Lancaster Village, Quarantine. Investigators say the motorcycle was traveling at high speed without a headlight, and neither rider was wearing a helmet. The motorcycle crossed into the opposite lane and hit the car, whose driver tried to avoid the crash. Both men were pronounced dead at the New Amsterdam Public Hospital. Ramphal, who worked at the packaging facility at Albion Sugar Estate, was remembered fondly by his mother, Kamalawati Mohan.
Then they in front by me here, sit down and then taking a little drink and so. So after that, me Guyana, me bed, me then left side and going number 1, and said and coming back. But we don't know that he left and gone over in the number 19 village. So when his wife called, and she didn't get no response to him. So then the person that is then said, knock it down, they had the phone. So when she called, the wife called back me and tell me say how Chris get knocked down on their 19 road. Me never know say he could end up like that. He was a nice person. He don't really get fight with nobody. He always like a bike.
A relative of Malcolm Parton, Edmund Francine, described the crash as tragic.
Chris was riding the bike, right? That was a licensed rider, right? Then not under alcohol. Mali don't drink no alcohol. Mali smoke a little cigarette and everything, that was it. First time in life, Mali stayed so long on road. Mali was the right side, the camera going with a full speed, right? He knocked the bike, he killed it. No, we can't do nothing more than that.
The car driver was arrested after a breathalyzer test revealed that he had been driving under the influence of alcohol. Police are continuing their investigations into the accident. In sports, the Caribbean Premier League 2025 has reached the playoff stage with the top 4 teams: St. Lucia Kings, Ghana Amazon Warriors, Trinbago Knight Riders, and Antigua and Barbuda Falcons, set to compete in semifinals starting this week. The stage is set for intense matches with both veteran stars and rising talent vying for a place in the final.
That was one of our goals, to actually qualify first or second, just to get an extra cushion like David also mentioned. But also from a psychological point of view, you know, you top two now, so you got to play like the top two team in the competition going into, you know, the business end, because it's all like done and dusted in the wrong game. So it's just for us to take that momentum and, you know, go forward.
St. Lucia Kings leads the points table with 12 points from 10 matches, boasting a strong batting lineup led by Tim Seifert, who has scored 337 runs at a strike rate of 145. The Guyana Amazon Warriors, also on 12 points, rely on the experience of Shea Hope, who has tallied 372 runs, and spin ace Imran Tahir, who tops the wickets chart with 18 scalps. Trinbago Knight Riders with 12 points as well are powered by Colin Monroe's 373 runs, while Antigua and Barbuda Falcons, just behind on 11 points, are known for their aggressive bowling attack. Each team faces the challenge of translating season-long form into consistent playoff performances under high pressure.
I always say to everyone, performance is not guaranteed, but attitude matters. I think the attitude of these guys are fantastic. Whole tournament, inside the rope, they just give their 100%. Obviously, Jaden is playing for West Indies, doing very good. So I think attitude matters. They're fantastic players. I wish them all the best in future. I hope tomorrow they stand up. Although, like, in playoffs, whoever copes the pressure well wins the game most likely. TKR has got like 9 players who has done that before many a times. That's the advantage they have. But I think young guys need to step up. These are the games they might not be able to play maybe in next 5 years. So just gonna enjoy it and just do what they keep on doing.
With semifinals on the horizon, every match is crucial. Analysts say that while past performances set expectations, the playoffs will test each squad's depth, strategy, and ability to handle pressure. Fans can expect competitive contests, standout individual displays, and a dramatic road to the CPL 2025 title. India captain Surya Kumar Yadav has defended the Indian team's decision not to shake hands with Pakistan captain Salman Ali Agha at the toss, and to skip the customary post-match handshakes during the Asia Cup 2025 clash. At a press conference on Sunday, Surya Kumar said the decision was made in solidarity with the victims of the April Pahalgam terror attack, which claimed 26 lives, mostly tourists. He explained that the team's actions were planned in coordination with the government and the BCCI, and were intended to honor the armed forces involved in Operation Sindoor. Pakistan captain Salman Ali Agha did not attend the post-match presentation. Pakistan head coach Mike Hesson said the team was disappointed by India's refusal to engage in the traditional handshakes, and Salman's absence was a direct result of that disappointment. India and the BCCI had previously faced criticism for agreeing to play Pakistan despite heightened tensions following an attack on India's retaliatory Operation Sindoor in May. Still ahead, 4 CARICOM states open full free movement for the citizens. There's a growing U.S. healthcare worker exodus, and tensions in the Middle East rise after Israel's strike on Qatar. Don't go away. Welcome back. 4 CARICOM states have implemented free movement. Starting October 1st, 2025, Barbados, Belize, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines will implement full free movement for the citizens, marking a major milestone in regional integration. Under this new arrangement, nationals of the 4 countries will be able to enter, leave, and re-enter each other's territories freely. They can live, work, and remain indefinitely without needing work or residency permits. Citizens will also have access to emergency and primary health care, as well as public primary and secondary education, subject to the capacity of the host country. The initiative follows a decision by CARICOM heads of government earlier this year and has been prepared under the Enhanced Cooperation Chapter of the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas. This allows smaller groups of member states to advance in integration goals more quickly than the wider community. While this free movement extends beyond existing CARICOM single market and economy provisions, other CSME states will continue operating on their current arrangements for skills, services, business, and travel facilitation. In international news, more than half of U.S. healthcare workers are planning to leave their current jobs, according to a recent survey, highlighting the pressure on an already strained system. The Harris poll commissioned by Strategic Education surveyed over 1,500 frontline healthcare employees and more than 300 employers this summer. It found widespread burnout, dissatisfaction, and a high risk of staff turnover, while 55% of workers said they intended to search for or switch jobs in 2026, while 84% felt underappreciated. Only 1 in 5 believe their employers supported long-term career growth. The U.S. faces a projected shortage of nearly 700,000 physicians, nurses, and licensed practical nurses by 2037. Experts say educational opportunities and tuition support could help retain staff, with over 60% saying such benefits would make them more likely to stay. Younger workers, especially Gen Z and millennials, are the most likely to leave and the most influenced by career development incentives. Finally, this evening, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has warned he may carry out further strikes on Hamas leaders wherever they are, following last week's Israeli attack in Qatar. December 9th strike drew strong condemnation at an Arab and Islamic summit back in Qatar. The summit called on countries to review diplomatic and economic ties with Israel, with Egypt's President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi saying the attacks strengthen peace efforts and regional agreements. Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio met Netanyahu expressing support for Israel's hardline approach, while urging Qatar to play a constructive role in resolving the Gaza conflict and assisting with the release of hostages. Despite diplomatic talks, Israeli forces continued striking Gaza City, targeting homes and a high-rise believed to hide militant infrastructure. The conflict, sparked by Hamas attacks in October 2023, has already resulted in tens of thousands of casualties. And that's all for this edition of Ignite News on 6 at 6. For more stories, visit ignitenews.com or follow us on social media. Thanks for watching. I'm Rihanna Nekram. See you tomorrow for more Ignite News.